It's the NFL on EA Sports.
And we'll have a rematch of Super Bowl 26. It's the Washington Commanders and the Buffalo Bills.
And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
We are just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Well, the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both, and at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
To the air, Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Now Allen. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Now Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. It'll be a gain of 5, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher, and that's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So here's Washington now in excellent field position to start things out. Leading him out, their young quarterback, the rookie from LSU.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. That's going to be caught by Samuel. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and 2. Now Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now 2nd and 5. Play action. Now it's Daniels. It's complete to Brown, right side. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there, and now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Robinson is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Demetric Felton from 3 yards out. And the Commanders have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And the kick is good, and the Commanders out to a 7-0 lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Slot man moves right. Allen. To the right side here, caught by Kincaid. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
To throw, it's Allen. That is incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Got a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Allen going to throw. Slant route going to be caught by Palmer. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. From the gun, it's Allen. That's again complete to Palmer. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington 16. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And the slot man goes in motion left. Allen to throw once more. This one complete to Coleman. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Allen now looks to throw. Out to his left. Stays up. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bills are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
This is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over him. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
And Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He was 4-4 on that opening drive, including the touchdown pass, as he'll try again here to duplicate that success, starting with a first down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
To the air goes Daniels. Got him in. It's Brown. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards there. Good for a Washington first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Throwing now is Daniels. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
A give to Robinson on the option. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here's 3rd and 7. To throw is Daniels. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. Back deep is Brandon Codrington. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here's Allen. That's complete to Palmer. 7 yards there and a first down. To the air, Allen. That's caught by Kincaid, working the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Now Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Allen. This to the tight end, Kincaid. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now Allen. Risk taken in by Kincaid. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Starting to rack up the yardage here in this first half. 5 catches now and a first down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Keon Coleman, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have taken the lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Commanders' offense returning to the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived, as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd and 10. Now Daniels. It's complete to Brown, right side. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Daniels looking to throw. That throw right side here going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. This is taken at the 23. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Now their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's gotten them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? The Commanders preparing for their next possession. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards to the 16 and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Open man is Samuel, complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. Play action, now it's Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Gay is on for the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bills' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he is going to lose yardage here. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Cook following the penalty. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So here's a 3rd and 14. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Good coverage there, holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And he floats one there, incomplete. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Second down and a yard. Off the play fake, Daniels. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working out of the gun, Daniels. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Robinson gets the toss on the right side. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Here's Daniels. That is caught. They juked him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his second touchdown of the night. And the Commanders have taken the lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Yeah, 3 touchdown passes. You're right. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game. Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Allen going to throw. Open man, it's Palmer. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Give to Cook out of the gun. Shifts past him at the 45. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 6. Motion man is Shakir. Here's Cook again. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 37. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. To throw, it's Allen. That's taken in by Palmer. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
Motion man is Shakir. Allen now looks to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Play action. Now it's Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Allen again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Cook will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Pass on for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the 2nd half. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got a man on the comeback route. That's McLaurin. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Back now in Buffalo. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. They go play action. Daniels. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin. 40 yards. And the Commanders answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the fourth quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bills offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. Has his man, it's Shakir. Now inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Khalil Shakir, 73 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Commanders' offense and Terry McLaurin headed back onto the field. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Taron Johnson made the stop.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Daniels. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
To the air goes Daniels. Slings this deep from McLaurin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. To the air, Allen. Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Motion man is Shakir. Here's Allen to throw it. That's again complete to Palmer. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. That's caught. Kincaid for the Bills touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bills have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. So that drive, 4 plays, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Now Daniels. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. So the completion good for just 3. And 3rd and 8 now.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because into a defensive player in another zone.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 37. A gain of 22.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 37 yards. And the Commanders are an extra point away from evening this one up. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5. Gay is on for the point after. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Throwing now is Allen. That's caught by Kincaid, working the middle of the field. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Now Allen. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes a correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now Allen. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Here comes 2nd down at 5. To throw is Allen. Up the middle, it's Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Well, just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches. Here's Allen. 3rd down. Here's a run by Cook. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Here's 1st and 10. Allen. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's 2nd down. Throwing, Allen. Handoff, running left is Davis. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come to the line now on a 3rd and 6. Cook up the gut. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass. This to take the lead here in the final minute. The kick by Bass is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The visitors' offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. They'll look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles. And that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Buffalo.